I never thought this day would come, and I never thought I would be saying this. But it's with a really sad heart that I have to talk about this on my channel, because literally my home field where I play airsoft and where I've continued my airsoft career for almost like 6 years now, I believe 6-7 years, is coming to an end. What's up guys, Magic Naps here, and today you are watching some Modern Warfare 2 AKM gameplay. This is my current build for my AKM class setup for this game. Got a 40 round magazine, basic suppressor. I got the, I got the aim. I got a simple reflex sight or red dot on there, underfolding stock because I'm a big fan of the underfolding stock, and a 1 milliwatt laser for easier hip fire accuracy. So yeah, that's pretty much my go-to setup for a lot of my guns. So, but you know, there's a couple differences and tweaks depending on the gun. So yeah. Yeah, I get a really nice kill streak in this game too. I get a 17 kill streak, which is so far, as I'm speaking, my best kill streak in this game so far, which is pretty sweet. And I even got the chopper gun in this, which is pretty awesome too. So yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy that in the background. And yeah, so I have to, unfortunately, it is with very sad news that that my local airsoft field, my home field per se, because there are a couple other airsoft fields, but this is the one that I go to all the time. This is my favorite. They had the best game modes ever, Siege Airsoft. And I did a video a couple months back, just talking about some of the recent changes and rules and stuff, and where I feel like they could have, you know, done a better job or changed it, just because it kind of took away the fun aspect of it. But unfortunately, none of that matters anymore, because now they came out with the really sad news that, especially due to the lockdowns that affected them during the pandemic, as well as the rising costs of rent and lease, they've been recuperating losses ever since. That's their words. And not to mention the rising fear of Bill C-21 that the liberals are just, you know, like breathing down on the whole airsoft community, and well, especially Siege Airsoft, because, you know, if God forbid if this bill were to pass, that would just basically ruin them. So there was just so much risk right now of trying to invest or continue investing with the constant rise of fear and threat from Bill C-21, that, you know, it just wasn't worth it. Just isn't worth it. And it's really unfortunate, because they even mentioned that 2022 has so far been their best year so far as business goes, and that's a real shame for me, because I've been just so busy with work this year, and just with dealing with a lot of things and changes, that I think I've barely gone, like, I think I've maybe gone like maybe five times at the most, but really not a lot at all this year. I find every year goes by, the older I get, the less and less I'm able to go, which really sucks. I remember back in college, when I first started playing at Siege, and I was a big fan of their field, I would go like once every couple weeks, you know, and it was amazing. I loved the layout of it, loved the game modes and such. I think the staff and the refs that were in charge of that, they were amazing. And you know, I feel really bad for all those guys that work there. I hope, you know, because if and when Siege Airsoft closes, The next closest one is Ultimate Airsoft, so I mean, I hope you can get a job there, man, because from what I've heard, Ultimate Airsoft just doesn't have as good of game modes as Siege Airsoft does. So I'd like to hope that if I'm really forced to have to move to Ultimate Airsoft, which is another indoor field kind of near where I am, it'll be like somewhat decent, right? Like they could kind of learn from Siege Airsoft and apply those same game modes, and even more for them to make it better, you know, because in the end we are an airsoft community. We want places where we can be able to play and have a good time and such, and without a doubt Siege Airsoft was the best. Like honestly, like I loved the layout of the field for the most part. The game modes were amazing. I mean, obviously I did have a bit of gripe and issue with the fact that they removed the legality of like training knives or melee weapons, because it kind of ruins the fun of it, in my opinion. Yeah, and then like just some other things, right? Like especially with the trend of like Warzone and Battle Royale, it would have been nice too, because especially with a field their size, they could have done like a Battle Royale game mode or something for like the last game every single night. I think that would have been really fun. I wanted to pitch it to them, but now it's really no point. So I mean, what are you gonna do, right? So yeah, so just with all of these things, it's been really tough to kind of take in all this news, and I mean, I'm sure it is for the thousands of people that have had the opportunity to play at Siege Airsoft, and their closing date, or like their final date, is as of right now January 31st of 2023. So it's not too far from now, honestly. I mean, I still have some leftover footage from my last trip at Siege, which unfortunately I just haven't been able to get around to it because my computer just doesn't have enough storage space. So I've been trying to get rid of some stuff as much as I can, so I can hopefully use up that footage, and hopefully I can make one last trip to Siege Airsoft before the inevitable date. And I mean, as of right now, you might be wondering, well, why can't somebody, what if somebody was willing to invest in them or something like that? And well, if that were the case, so obviously if somebody was super willing enough and had the money to invest in Siege Airsoft, or maybe they sold it to a new owner or something like that, then that might be the only thing that saves them now, which it sucks, right? But I also kind of wish or hope that for the manager, that if somehow, some way, even if they have to move to a slightly smaller location, just having a field in general, doesn't have to be the same place, obviously, even if it's a little smaller, it'd be great. I hope Siege Airsoft can come back in some way, shape, or form down the road, but for now, it is what it is. Siege Airsoft, you were an amazing field. I'll always cherish the memories that I got to enjoy when I was playing there. So, thank you for watching. Hope to see you guys in my future videos. Till next time, peace out, guys.